from Atlanta, Georgia.
Certain part you represent?
I'm from the east side, pretty much like Covenant Highway, you know what I'm saying? Covenant Highway, Glenwood Road, Counter Road.
And you still live in Atlanta today?
Yeah, I'm still in Atlanta right now.
Now, what was it like for you growing up in ATL? Can you paint that picture for us?
Well, with me, I was the rapper, you know what I'm saying? I was always rapping and shit. And I had some big homies, they used to, you know what I'm saying, they used to kind of like be banging and shit like that. But I was like the little homie, and the people I was with was like the little homies, you know what I'm saying? So while they was out there just banging their ass off, fuck it, I was in the rapping and shit with my partners and shit. So that's pretty much how that went. I mean, but it was alright though. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? We had our little struggles and shit, you know what I'm saying, personally, like in the household. You feel me? Everything went really sweet. I ain't had no silver spoon and nothing like that. But shit, we found a way out that shit, and we made that shit work. You feel me?
Let's break some of this stuff down. Now, you did speak about gang activity.
Yeah.
Did you ever yourself join a gang?
That's everybody I know, like I got bros, I got partners down at cousins, everybody just gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? I want to specify myself and say like, yeah, he a banging ass nigga, like I'm a banging ass nigga, but like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people got choices, you know what I'm saying? You can choose your own path. If you want to bang, go bang. If you want to fucking do whatever else, But I mean, it's almost like a choice. If I wanted to do that, I could do that, and I could do it easy. You know what I'm saying? It's right there, but shit, you got choices in life. I ain't got to do that shit.
Now, why not make that choice? Because there's several young men that do.
Say, why not make that choice?
Yeah, there are several young men in Atlanta that make that choice to join a gang.
I mean,
why not for you?
It's the environment. You know what I'm saying? It's the environment. If you got them influences, if them the people you look up to, you feel me? And goddamn, and they all banging, your mama banging, your daddy banging, your cousin banging, your big brother banging. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna start banging, cause that's the only thing you know. So
almost
sometimes,
like growing up in it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I said, you got a choice, but sometimes that choice is hard to make. You feel me? When that's all you know, I ain't saying that's the way to go. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Nah, don't be on that shit. Try to get some money. You ain't gotta be banging on no bullshit. You can keep the shit real and just get some money. You feel me? And not be out here on no dumb shit, really.
Now, you did have some struggles, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned stuff that happened in your personal household.
Yeah.
How did you grow up? Did you have both parents in your life?
I had my mom, I had my daddy, but they weren't together though. You feel me? And I was the youngest out of my mom 5 kids.
Okay.
And it wasn't sweet. You feel me? Like my household, like, well, I grew up in a cold house. Every summer it was hot as fuck. Every winter it was cold as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Space heaters and covers to keep your room warm. You feel me? Go down in the kitchen, brick, nigga, the kitchen cold as fuck. You feel me? But shit, had to run downstairs, put the socks on, put the pants on, put everything on. Run downstairs, make a quick little bowl of cereal, run your ass back upstairs because it's cold as fuck. Shit, get your ass back in that warm ass room, you feel me? But it wasn't all sweet, but we pretty much straight now though.
So financially, you grew up in poverty?
Yeah, most definitely. We found a way out of it though. Well, my mama, you know what I'm saying, grace of God, shit, she made that shit work by herself. You feel me? Cause my dad wasn't there, but by herself, she made it out. You feel me? And she got down. She made that shit work. She made shit shake.
So, when your parents separated, was that from birth, or was it a certain age when you noticed, okay, my parents have split?
I think they split when I want to say 3.
Very young.
Yeah, I was young as fuck. I want to say in between 3 and like 5. You feel me? Because I remember my daddy being in the house, but I don't remember him being in the house like that. Like, he'll be there, you feel me, maybe like a couple weeks, and then next thing you know, he gone. You feel me? And then maybe like 3 months down the road, then he'll come again, maybe a week, 2 weeks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was young as fuck, but that's just how I look at it. So
So he was in and out early in your life at an early age.
Yeah. I mean, but he's still in my life right now.
He
you feel
is?
me? Yeah, I go and see my dad. I go and, you know what I'm saying? He support everything I do. I love my dad and shit.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So good terms.
Yeah,
good terms with both parents
yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. He was in and out. Were there ever times where you stayed with him, though, growing up?
Yeah. I stayed with him once. Me and my brother stayed with him once. And we stayed with him because my brother had fucked around and he went and hit a lick with my partner, Beta. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Beta. He ain't here today. But them two went and hit a lick one time in the neighborhood that we was staying in. And, of course, the 12 got involved, the police got involved, whatever. And they was looking for whoever did it. And they went down the street and asked the little kids down the street and was like, do y'all know who fucking broke in the house right there? Little kids, of course. They said, yeah, we know who did it. You feel me? I was like, yeah, we know who did it. And they said his name is Carl Tez Moss, who did it, Carl Tez. But my real name is Carl Tez. My brother's real name is Carl. You feel me? So instead of them giving them my brother's name, they gave him my name. You feel me? So it was 12 looking for us, so we had to leave. Pretty much, we just had to leave, and we wanted to stay with my dad and shit. So I stayed with my dad for probably about a semester of school, and that was about it.
Now, was there ever another male figure in your life when your father was not around?
Nah, no.
Didn't know.
My mama had a boyfriend, but you know what I'm saying. But he wasn't. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Shit.
Sometimes there may be an uncle. There may be a grandfather around.
Oh man.
None of that.
I mean, I had uncles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got uncles and stuff like that. But as in like figure, you feel me? Like looking up to type shit. Like nah. Nah, it wasn't. Nah.
Now, growing up in an environment where parents are separated, how did that affect you?
I probably could have had a little bit more guidance, you know what I'm saying, and like making the right decisions with certain type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how it could have been really because I ain't never been there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what's on the other side. I can't go back and, you know what I'm saying, see what's on the other side and see what it could have been.
I get that.
So I don't really.
But just hindsight 2020, I don't know, reflecting back if, you could look at yourself and say, wow, this may have contributed to this, or this may have affected me this way, or that sort of thing.
Shit, I don't even know. I don't know. Ain't no telling.
Just curious. Let's say somebody is, advice-wise, let's say somebody is dealing with separation of their parents split up. Circumstances could be different for everybody, of course.
Right.
But is there any general advice you may have for somebody going through those motions, maybe even as young as you were, whenever you went through those motions yourself? Anything you would say to them?
Yeah, I mean, just stay prayed up. Just hope for the best of shit. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them being separate, you feel me, fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to look on the bright side. Just continue to understand you just got your own life and shit, make the best out of your own life. You feel me? Shit, make something happen. Make something shake.
Now,
shit, they'll be back.
On your mom's side of things, it was you and 4 siblings.
Yeah.
Correct? So 5 total.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
How was that all under? Was everybody under one roof at one point? All 5 of you guys and single mom?
Well, at one point, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I was baby though, when I was like baby.
I see.
Baby, because I'm the youngest. You know what I'm saying? And my older sister, she like, I don't know how old she is, but she older. You feel me? And goddamn, I think when I got to the point where I was able to like understand shit, she was pretty much kind of like on her own shit by around that time. But it was straight though. You know what I'm saying? It was straight. We weren't fighting each other in the house, and you know what I'm saying? breaking every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? So shit was straight. But shit was straight. It wasn't too bad.
You are the youngest on the ladder there.
Yeah.
Is that easy or hard being the youngest?
Both. It was both, because it go back to my dad leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because when my dad left, he left when I was the youngest, so I got it the worst.
I see.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I got it the worst. And then, but by the grace of God, my mama found a way. My mama found a path. And by the time she found that path, I'm still the youngest, so I kind of was able to, you know what I'm saying? I was able to like feed off that shit.
Reap the benefits of that?
Yeah, reap the benefits of it because I was the youngest. So it was both, shit, best of both worlds, really. I ain't gonna say best of both, but like shit, some of that shit, I had the hard, I got the good.
You experienced both ends.
Both ends.
Now, when it comes to being the youngest, do you get away with more stuff because you are the youngest, kind of out of the spotlight, or maybe you have the most attention because, okay, here's the baby of the family?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I probably get away with some shit. But that's just because of the person that I am, though. Because I ain't on no dumb shit. You feel me? I ain't on no crazy ass shit. I'm just a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can get away with certain stuff. Like, if I fuck up, it won't be too hard. You know what I'm saying? She'll just be like, you straight, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody who always fucking up and they just getting tired of that person just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But, straight, that shit straight.
Now, just growing up in that environment that you described, especially when it comes to poverty, how did that personally affect you? Hindsight 2020, looking at things and looking at your life.
It affected me kind of in the way where I was like when I was in school and shit, I ain't really had like the best clothes in school. You feel me? If anybody went to school with me, especially like in middle school, they'll tell you, especially my teachers, they'll tell you like a motherfucker, like, he ain't had the best shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had the best shit. The other kids coming to school, they got the brand new Jordans on. That's when the forces and the Jordans had collab. I forgot what they was called, Air Force Jordans or something like that. Everybody was wearing new shoes. Everybody was wearing new Jordans and shit. I ain't had that shit. I ain't had that shit. I was in fucking probably like Chucks or some shit, or goddamn, I don't even remember what I was in. It was some bullshit, you feel me? But I ain't had it. Shit. That was just one of the ones I ain't had shit, you feel me? But shit, life be turning around them motherfuckers, you feel me? That way, man.
How'd you cope with that? You know, how'd you cope with being one of the less privileged when it came to material side of things?
Shit, I ain't really had no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? I had to just take what I got, and shit, just make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to make the best out of everything I had. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he's just he's just a little bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? We was in school, like, sometimes I go throw his clothes on, but it still wasn't helping me because you got some decent clothes on now, but them shits don't fit you. You feel me? Because that was my brother's shit. But I just had to work with what I had. You feel me?
Did you ever have school uniforms growing up?
Nah.
There's always a debate when it comes to school uniforms. Should schools have uniforms? Should they not? Do you think if your school had school uniforms, do you think that would have helped alleviate these types of issues from happening, or maybe not?
Yeah, it probably would have helped. Yeah, it probably would have helped. Because now, you know what I'm saying, my parents ain't really got to spend a more larger amount of money on what's in style, you feel me, what they kids asking for. But shit, you know what I'm saying, you gotta wear uniforms, bitch, you finna get this white collar shirt, nigga, and these blue khakis and these goddamn tan khakis, and you finna take your ass to school, you feel me? But, yeah, I mean, shit, it'll help a lot of folks out, you know what I'm saying, just wearing uniforms, just gonna eliminate them, shit, the kids might not want to, cause shit, I wouldn't want to, but shit, everybody ain't got it, everybody ain't got the money to goddamn buy shirts and shit, buy nice shirts and nice pants and nice shoes and shit, but to be fair, shit, throw them little motherfuckers in goddamn uniforms. Feel me?
Now, in a situation like this where, you know, you might not have the freshest, the flyest clothes or the trendiest stuff, I've seen kids take different paths on coping with stuff like that. I've seen some kids, they become, you know, a jokester, a class clown. You know, instead of being the brunt of a joke, they're dishing the jokes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's a form of protection or protecting them, you know, from pain or from having to deal with that.
It could be, because I was a class clown. Yeah, you can go look at my 8th grade yearbook.
Roasting and joking.
Yeah, it's gonna say this nigga was. They gonna say I was class clown. And
Some
8th grade at Bethune Middle School.
Some class clowns, though, it becomes more than jokes. It becomes bullying.
Yeah.
Some class clowns become a bully.
Yeah, I was bullied. I was a bully too. I ain't even gonna count. I was a bully. I bullied a couple kids. I ain't gonna lie. And at the end of the bullying, I always end up getting into a fight with them. But I prefer you to just fight me. You feel me? Cause some people, man, I ain't finna make bullying sound right. You know what I'm saying? But man, some of the kids, man, but I like shut your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like what? But yeah.
Just curious though, since we're speaking of the subject, and bullying is a serious subject at this point. I mean, there's verbal bullying, there's physical bullying, there's cyberbullying these days, right? Digitally. Yeah. If somebody's watching this and maybe they're being bullied in school, they're being picked on. From your perspective of you being a bully once, how does a kid that is being bullied protect themselves or stop a bully from keep picking on them? Is it, can you provide any sort of perspective being on the end of the bullies side of things?
You got to face your fears, man. You got to face your fears. You got to stand up there, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to tell that man, like, bro, I'm tired of you bullying me, bro. I don't know what you got to do. You might have to just pop off on him. He ain't going to do it no more. You feel me? That's the only way I can really think of it. Because if you going to let the man continue to bully you, he going to keep bullying you. You feel me? Now, but shit, I say the best way is just to face your fears, man. Stand the fuck up. You feel me? It might be hard for some of them. You know what I'm saying? It might be hard for you, shawty, but you got to stand up, man. I don't know, you just might have to just walk in school one day, you just go on, just hit the man or something. But yeah, you just got to face your fears though, that's all that is, because it's a fear. You feel me? Them bullies is they fear. They scared of them. You feel me? You just got to face your fears, man. Well, shit.
When you did also cope with maybe not having, again, the freshest stuff, did you get a job? Did you go that route?
Yeah, I got a job. Yeah, I got a job at one point. I had 3 jobs. And my first job, I was the trash man.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna cap.
Okay.
I was the trash man. That shit was kind of fun though. I ain't gonna cap. But the only thing that wasn't fun about it was I was doing that shit in the winter, man. And I used to be on the back of the truck, stuck to the goddamn on the back of the truck, driving. It's cold as fuck outside. Man, hell nah. But it was cool though. The people there was cool. But I was doing it, you know what I'm saying, to pay for the shit that I had to pay for and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What were the other jobs you did?
I did right after that job, I ended up getting fired from that job. But I wasn't tripping. I went up and going to this paving job, and I was in the summer just throwing hot fucking paved stuff. I don't know what it's called. But that job sucked. That shit sucked. It was grown folks there talking like they in high school. Everybody, too many chiefs, not enough Indians, because everybody wanted to act like they knew what they was talking about. Like, man, I'm here to get a check. I'm here to get paid. I ain't here to goddamn be talking with y'all, man, and y'all talking all this bullshit. I ain't trying to, but that job was some bullshit.
What was the third gig?
The third one was actually straight too. There was I was driving the dump trucks. I was driving the dump trucks, and I got fired from that one too. I got fired from all of my jobs.
For
you know
what?
I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't even gonna cap. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if they probably just looked at me and was like, you know what I'm saying? They just looked at me like, this kid, like, dark skin, dreads.
You think
we ain't feeling them, huh?
You think it may have been some discrimination involved?
Yeah, most definitely. But I ain't tripping because Yeah, I ain't tripping.
When you do get fired, they don't give you a reason? Like, okay, look, we hate to fire people, but we're firing you because...
Yeah. Well, my first job, they fired me, they said, because I was always late.
Okay.
They said but I was there every damn day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there every day. And shit, I was actually good at my job. It wasn't like I was out there, you know what I'm saying, tripping. But shit, that was their reason. Though it could have been something else, but their reason was because I was always late.
Did they ever give you warnings like, hey, you're late today, don't do it again? Hey, you're late, this is the second warning now. Yeah. I don't think they just fire people off out of the blue for being late. I think they kind of have like a little system, you know, and not trying to protect that company as to why they fired you. I'm just kind of, you know, playing, you know, the devil's advocate if you want to speak.
Yeah, they
Hey, don't be late again, you may get fired.
Yeah, they gave me warnings. They gave me a couple warnings. I ain't even gonna cap. They gave me a couple warnings.
And then the other 2 gigs, any reason why maybe they fired you? Late also at those gigs too, or maybe a different reason there? I mean, I know you did speak on discrimination, but just curious if they ever gave you a specific reason.
Yeah, the second one, I want to say, well, when they fired, well, really that came to me the first time, and they was like, I don't know, I was probably just fucking up. I was just fucking up, because I ain't with that 9 to 5. I just can't, I ain't with that shit. I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, because it's just, I just wasn't with it. I go there and just I had a mindset like, look, man, I'm just here to get paid. I ain't here to really be out here busting my ass for y'all and shit. I'm just here to just sit and just chill and get a check at the end of the week. But they weren't fucking with that, though. They weren't rocking with it. So, you know what I'm saying? One time at the second job, they came to me and they told me, like, bro, we finna have to let you go. But I wasn't done getting my money, so I was like, man, I was like, bro, what? Y'all gonna fire me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? You feel me? Like, nah, bro. So they ended up keeping me for like an extra 2 weeks. And then the next 2 weeks come around, then they had just pulled me in the office. They was like, look, man, we downsizing. So, you know what I'm saying? We cutting about 15 people off, and we gonna have to cut you off. But right around that time, I was like, man, all right, I ain't tripping. Just gonna let me go. You feel me? And I go find somewhere else to get some money.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, that was it.
Okay. Were any of these jobs tough? I mean, you did state, you know, you had to be in the cold with the first gig there, but were any of these jobs tough, in your opinion?
Nah, they weren't hard. They weren't too hard. If anything, it was just the weather. You know what I'm saying? That was really probably it.
Any crazy stories, anything that happened out of the norm at any of these jobs?
Yeah, the second job. So it was the paving job, and we ran a lot of equipment out there. And there was one time where, shit, I got on one of the pieces of equipment because the boss dude told me, get on this equipment, go drive it over there, and go park it over there. So I got on it, turned it on, boom, got on it, drove it, and where I drove it to, it was a hill. It was a long hill, right? So it cut off on me right before the hill. You feel me? Right before the hill, just cut off. And with me only working there for probably about a month, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to turn it back on, want to turn on. Seen one of the dudes who been working there for about 3 years, you feel me? I called him over, I was like, bruh, try to get this shit turned on, bruh, it cut off on me. Then he was like, turn it, nah, turn it. And he was like, it wasn't coming on, right? So he was like, damn. He been working there for 3 years already, you feel me? So he know what's going on. It wouldn't come on, so it had fucked up. And he was like, man, I don't know, this is tripping. He was like, bro, what we gonna do is just, we just gonna put it in neutral, and I'm gonna just push it, and we just gonna roll it to where it's supposed to go. And remind you, we on a hill now. I'm talking about a steep hill, a long hill. So he get the pushing, right? He get to push me. I'm driving it just to steer it. That bit started rolling. You feel me? That bit started rolling, and goddamn, it kind of got a little fast where I had to pressure on the brake, and I'm pressure on the brake. And that shit wasn't stopping. You feel me? It wasn't stopping. So I'm like, bro, like, hey, bro, this shit ain't stopping. He was like, bro, pull the mercy brake. Pull the mercy brake. So I was like, all right, mercy brake right here. Pull the mercy brake. That shit ain't work. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't work. So I'm on the hill, bro. I ain't got no, but I'm in a bad position. You feel me? So I get to rolling. Get to rolling. That shit start picking up speed. And I could have really just hopped off on it and just let it go, but we was in the neighborhood. And it could have hit somebody's cars and hit somebody's house, and it would have been a worse issue. You feel me? I ain't
You'd rather
really
be controlling it
controlling
and
it.
steering
Yeah,
it
yeah. So
at the very least.
So I'm driving it, and that shit got fast as fuck. That shit got fast. And the people I was working with was at the end of the hill, and I'm on it, and I'm like, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. And they looking at me like, man, this nigga just fucking up. This nigga just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But I rolled it all the way down the hill, and it got to the end. I'm going super fast. Got to the end, and it got to the point where I rolled into the ditch, and I just had to jump out the ditch. Bam, I just jump out that shit. The equipment got to flipping and rolling and all that crazy shit. Man, I could have died. Should have got sued for. Should have been like, man, y'all owe me some bread. But yeah.
They didn't fire you after that incident, did they?
That's when they came back with me. Like when I was like, they came back and they tried to fire me. That was like probably like 2 weeks later. They probably didn't want to do it right after because I would have known. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all niggas fire me, bro. I know y'all niggas fire me. You feel me? Like, that was some bullshit. That was y'all niggas stuff. Yeah, but y'all end up getting fired though.
Now, did you ever resort to, aside from jobs and that sort of thing, did you ever resort to a path of street activity?
It was a little bit of it. It wasn't much, because I'm on the east side. I'm in Decatur. Pretty much everything out there is just street activity. You know what I'm saying? But like it go back to you having a choice. You feel me? I chose to rap. I chose to stay in the studio all the time. You feel me? And when I leave the studio, you back in the streets, but I chose the studio. You feel me? So you pretty much got a choice out here.
That was a self-conscious decision, or was it somebody that, you know, was kind of telling you, hey, don't go that route. Stay dedicated with this music type of thing?
Nah, it was a self-conscious decision.
Okay.
It was a self-conscious decision, because all my bros was rapping. All my bros was rapping. My bros was making beats, rapping, all that. So I chose to just be in the studio.
How young were you when music started for you? Do you know what age or what grade you were in, maybe?
I was in about, I want to say, 7th grade summer going to 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, about 7th grade summer going
Middle
to 8th
school.
grade. Yeah, that's when my bros in the studio heavy around that time. And but they still is. But you know what I'm saying, around that time they was rapping and stuff, and I kind of looked up to that. You know what I'm saying. I was waiting on my chance to just get in the studio and rap myself.
We're talking biological brothers, or are you just using the word brother as like slang?
One of them was my biological brother.
He was rapping already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest of them they like my brothers.
Is he still rapping today?
Somewhat.
But not as serious as you are?
Nah.
While you were in school, did you ever take music classes like band or chorus or any of that type of thing?
Yeah, but it wasn't my choice. That was just one of the classes they just threw me in. But I wasn't good in school. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really taking nothing serious. So
I see.
I wasn't really taking too much stuff in school serious.
What was it? Was it band or chorus that you went to?
I want to say chorus.
Okay.
It definitely was a band.
I
don't
see.
know shit about I don't know nothing about no drums or nothing like that.
Chorus, you just did it for like a year?
I don't even want to say a year. I want to say about a semester.
Ah, I see.
School. Yeah.
You don't sing these days, do you?
Sing?
Yeah.
Not
Not even playing with like auto-tune or?
Yeah, I throw some auto-tune in what I be doing.
Okay, just
But
curious.
Some people might say you be singing a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Now, what kind of kid were you in class overall speaking? I mean, you were a bully at one point, you were the class clown at one point, but overall, what would you say, what kind of kid were you?
I ain't do nothing. I was sitting in class. Yeah, pretty much class clown, bully. That was pretty. I don't want to lean too much towards bullying though, cause I wasn't just a bully like that. You feel me? But it was just some little kids that they just act like little bitches, and I just didn't like it. But I ain't really do much in class. I ain't do my work or nothing like that. I ain't do my homework. Didn't do my work when I was in there. I just be bored. If I ain't skipping class, I'm in class breaking up crayons, shooting them in the trash can, just on some bullshit. Really.
What type of crowd did you hang out with?
I hung out. I was always like, people like hung out with me. You feel me? Like, cause I always go to school and just really just do my own shit. And then the people who drew towards that, they'll come hang with me, and then like whatever I did, they'll do. You know what I'm saying? So really, like, I was just always on my own shit. So I wouldn't really say it was a specific crowd. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to explain that. You know what I'm saying? But
Maybe just hung out with everybody?
nah, I ain't hang out with. I ain't hang out with everybody. I
Okay.
don't I ain't gonna say by myself, but I did me. You know what I'm saying? And then some certain kids might come and hang with me, but I wasn't the best influence because I'm skipping class. Like,
I see.
Some kids would be like I'd be in the hallway and I'd be like, I ain't going to class. They'll be like, bro, if you ain't going to class, I ain't going to class. Nah, bro, go to class. You feel me? Like, bro, go to class. Because I'm finna go to the gym and play basketball. I'm already fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, don't. Nah, but I just did me all the time.
Ever play sports? Ever get into that?
I tried sports. I was actually kind of good at football. I ain't the best at basketball, but I actually tried. I played football a lot.
JV, varsity?
Nah, I ain't even go to high school. I did one semester in high school, and that was it. In 9th grade, one semester.
You dropped out.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that?
I was failing. I was fucking up. And that's when I told you about me going to live with my daddy because of what happened. Like, I was failing to the point where he was like, man, we just finna send you to military school. I graduated from military school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Explain what military school is. Somebody watching might not be familiar.
Yeah, military school, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I prefer me going there because it was more active.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we getting up in the morning and we running.
Okay.
I ain't saying that's fun, but, you know what I'm saying? That shit sucked too, but at least I can get up, you feel me, and go run, do some push-ups, you know what I'm saying? Do all this stuff because you still got to go to class. You're doing all this stuff before you go to class. You feel me? At least when you go to class, you already up. You can sit and you can actually learn some shit, you know what I'm saying? Versus you getting up, getting on the school bus, going to class, sitting around, you know what I'm saying? But military school, that shit was straight. That shit was right. A lot of kids that was in there, they was there off of like court order. You feel me?
You were there because your parents made that decision.
Yeah. Me and my brother, yeah.
Was it tough overall, military school?
For some people it probably was, but for me it wasn't really too much.
You did that in 4 years? Like a 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, or is it like an accelerated program?
So I guess accelerated program. I was only there for, I think that was about a couple months. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. It was probably like 2010 maybe.
So do they give you a diploma or something?
You get your GED.
Oh, you get your GED. Okay,
yeah,
I
got my
see.
GED. And I graduated that when I was 16. So when I was out of military school, graduated with my GED, shit, I was 16. Everybody else that I went to school with was still in school. They still had 3 more years to go. I was out here. You feel me? Shit.
Did you take music serious after that, at that point, as a career path? Or were you doing the jobs and that sort of thing after that?
I don't remember what I was doing. I was most likely doing something with the music.
Okay.
Most likely. One probably was taking it as serious, really that serious, but I was probably just sitting around the studio smoking weed. That's probably what I was doing. Wasting time.
Was there ever a thought on furthering the education after the GED? A technical school, college, maybe university perhaps?
Yeah, I went to college.
You did? How soon after?
Well, after I left military school, really after I left military school, probably like a couple months after military school, maybe like 5, 6, 7 months, I ended up going to Job Corps. You feel me? And that's when at Job Corps, that's when I realized like I'm gonna be rapping, because we went out to Job Corps and we piped up that shit. Everybody known us for rapping and shit. You feel me? And then after that, that's when man, I went to the Army, man. I did all that shit, and then I went to college. But I did that probably like one semester. I passed and everything, but I wasn't really with that. I passed, I ain't gonna cap, but I wasn't really with that. That wasn't me, because I was back in school again, and I ain't good in school. You feel me? So that was a no-go.
What college you went to?
Georgia Perimeter.
And you did a semester.
I think it's Georgia State now, but it's Georgia Perimeter. It was Georgia Perimeter then, but yeah, I did a semester now.
I see. And you dropped out.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
How long did you do in the Army?
I signed an 8-year contract with them folks. That shit sucked. I ain't gonna cap. I did 2 years in. I went really probably not even that. I probably ain't even do 2 years strong in there. Probably about a year and a half. Nah, probably I'd say about 2 years. I'll give them 2 years. But yeah, that shit sucked. I ain't doing that shit sucked. I had to cut my hair, cut my face hair. You want me to walk like you, talk like you, all that goofy ass shit. I went with that.
You were discharged.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honorable discharge, general under honorable?
I mean, I'm kind of in it still though. I just don't go to drill. You feel me? I just don't go to drill. I prefer to just do me. I mean, most likely, I don't know if they gonna honorable discharge, regular medical discharge. I don't know how they gonna do it.
But you're still currently in it at this point.
Yeah, technically, yeah.